Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now April 18th of 2024, and given that we're just a couple of months out from the official release of Deadpool and Wolverine, and we already know that there's been a lot of drama happening behind the scenes over at the Walt Disney Company, over at Marvel Studios, all due to Bob Iger's lack of leadership skills, and Kevin Feige really not helping at all in the process. We already know that this movie is their one movie that they are banking on, at least for the Marvel Cinematic Universe for 2024, to at least make a decent profit at the movie theaters. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you all so very much for the great and kind support. So, as you all know, Joy Behar has been caught up in the mess with the Deadpool 3 drama, causing more of the problems behind the scenes, and we've been talking about this for roughly a month now, and what's really been going on between herself and Ryan Reynolds, and everything in between when it comes to the Deadpool 3 production. With, at least for the third act, it's been production hell. Now, with the looming reshoots about to begin in just 2 weeks, give or take 2 weeks and a couple of days and change, we have a lot of things to actually go over, but what's interesting about all of this has a lot to do with what's been going on between Joy Behar and Ryan Reynolds after he refused to appear on The View to take part in 5 whole interviews that were going to actually lead to Joy Behar getting that $10 million payout from the Walt Disney Company that they are now refusing to pay her, alright? Now, interestingly enough, this has escalated and it's only getting worse to a legal situation between both Behar, Reynolds' team, and even Disney higher-ups. Let's get into this. Now, specifically, with Bob Iger and Kevin Feige desperately attempting to shoehorn their DEI agenda into the third act of Deadpool 3 via the reshoots, one major development now has to do with Joy Behar of The View and the ongoing situation with her and Ryan Reynolds. A significant update to the scenario after the fallout between the two, when Reynolds decided to refuse to appear on The View for 5 interviews from June until July for the Deadpool 3 movie, recently escalated to a legal situation. Already, Behar introduced legal warnings to Ryan Reynolds, his agent and manager now, for causing her loss in the $10 million payout that was all set up by Disney for Ryan to appear on The View 5 times in character, mind you, as Deadpool. Now, once Reynolds stepped down, Disney decided to withdraw from paying the promised amount to Behar. Already, Behar is now gathering a legal team to make a case against Ryan Reynolds, since what he did was reportedly against the contract, and her interviews were signed between Behar and Disney beforehand, and she is also already making a legal move against Disney for not paying that $10 million altogether. Now, Behar is also reportedly blaming Reynolds for a missed opportunity of improving her ratings by promoting Deadpool 3 for the entire month of June and the first week of July, before its release, as The View and Disney aimed to garner Marvel fans to begin watching the show. Bob Iger assumed the interviews would cause ratings to skyrocket. What recently led Behar to actually make a legal move, and a preparation for that, was when even Hugh Jackman decided to step down from appearing on The View. Now, though Jackman wasn't signed on to appear on the show, he stepped down because of Ryan Reynolds' decision and blames him for Hugh's withdrawal as well. Now, the legal struggles are already beginning to ramp up with Ryan, as he also warned Behar of The View that he would be willing to make preparations with his legal team if things escalate even further. Bob Iger and the board are already panicking over this entire scenario behind the scenes, and are scrambling on how to properly promote Deadpool 3 after Ryan and Hugh also dropped out from appearing on Jimmy Kimmel Live to promote the film. Now, Behar is now already demanding Reynolds to accept to appear on the show. This way, Disney will fork over the $10 million in promised funds. However, Ryan is standing his ground and doesn't want to ruin his reputation, reportedly, by going on The View. Even Whoopi Goldberg, get this, was going to get an opportunity to have an interaction with Ryan Reynolds dressed up as Deadpool in character, and she was going to be paid a far smaller amount than Behar. That too is not moving forward at all. As of now, Ryan, Hugh, and Sean Levy, the director, are already agreeing to go on other late-night shows and other morning shows that are not associated with Disney. Behar wanted to focus on the importance of DEI at Marvel Studios. This is essentially what really created the entire decision for Ryan to back out from appearing on The View altogether, and gave Jackman the heads up. Now guys, let me just say this before I move on. I think that what Ryan Reynolds did was absolutely necessary, 110%. Here's the problem, alright? Whenever you go on a show like The View, it's true, your reputation gets tarnished. Because if you're agreeing to go on something like that, you are agreeing with people like BEHAR, Whoopi Goldberg, and the rest of those, crazy people on that show. That really are out of touch with reality, don't really care about facts, and it really is just the worst show that you can go on. It truly, truly is. And given that it's all ABC run, which by the way, ABC is run by Disney, in case you guys did not know that, that's why this is such a big deal, we know that Ryan also made the right call to convince Hugh Jackman to prevent him from going on that show, and rightfully so. Now, look, we know that there's a lot of things going over at Disney right now. I believe that Forbes just talked about how Disney indeed is not really gaining as much as they actually anticipated for Disney Star Wars over at Lucasfilm. And it really is beginning to catch up to them. I mean, we all saw the backlash related to The Acolyte. We are already witnessing what's going on with Marvel Studios for 2025. And Deadpool 3, look, it may be a decent film, it may be very fun, it's most likely going to make money. Let's be very real about that. But the third act so far is sounding like a big mess, and though Ryan and crew have been gaining many victories over Disney by really shying away from DEI elements spilling into the movie, there have been some losses where Disney keeps pressing to use some things that Ryan does not want to actually incorporate into that film. Now, again, moving onwards, on top of that, Ryan so far has been gaining many victories, like I said, against Disney in the process of obtaining the right marketing campaign for the film by focusing on social media more. However, Disney disagrees with that approach. So they want basically to focus on talk show hosts, people like Joy Behar, people like Jimmy Kimmel, the Good Morning America show, ABC-run programs. That's what they want to do to promote Deadpool 3, and the actors aren't having it. And that's what's causing the whole mess behind the scenes. So we have a new trailer, for those of you that do not know, coming up this May. It's going to be attached to the new Planet of the Apes movie, which by the way is looking to be amazing so far. But it's going to be attached to that, just giving you guys the heads up. And next month will be focused more so on Wolverine this time, as opposed to Deadpool. It's going to focus on the friendship there. The first trailer that we got, I believe it was on the Super Bowl, was really kind of just focusing on Deadpool, the TVA, stuff like that. So now you're going to get a different nature, and we're going to finally be able to see what this is going to look like when it comes to Wolverine's insertion into the film. I think that's one reason to be excited about the second trailer. So anyway, we know that there's a lot of things going on here. Ryan is really standing his ground for the fans, for the source material, and just for pure entertainment at this point in time. This is why I always like to compare him to Henry Cavill to a degree, because he stands for the fans. So anyway guys, drop a comment below, fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.